Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a good day, being safe and all other good stuff. Um we are, back again. Nice to see y'all. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the post notice where you know you should I post a video each time I go live. Don't forget the video will be linked in the description down below. So if you want to check out the video without me talking or me pausing in it, please go ahead and check out the original content. Other than that, don't forget to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, your beverages, and all that other good stuff. I'll wait. All right, let's get into the video.
Fuck up! Sore loses! Sore loses! Shut the fuck up! Sore loses! Sore loses! Sore loses! Shut the fuck up! Sore loses! Sore loses! Shut the fuck up! Sore loses! Sore loses! Shut the fuck up! Sore loses! Sore loses! Sore loses! Sore loses! Fair and square, baby! Fair and square! 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 Sore loses! This is what democracy looks like! Yeah!
1 million votes! Dude.
Sore loses!
1 million
That's right!
votes!
You lost!
1 million
You
votes!
lost! You lost!
You're gonna
You
live with
fucking
it.
lost!
You're gonna live
And
with
you
it.
lost!
You're gonna live with
Sore
it.
lose, you're gonna live with it too! We've been doing this for always American history! You lost! Good night!
Crazy,
Good night! Good night! You lost! You lost!
That was actually from Trump's first presidency, and I'm gonna just tell y'all, these next 4 years are just gonna be hella interesting.
If I'm lying,
Okay,
I'm dying.
okay. This is gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't wait. Especially the stuff I already seen. The stuff I already seen was pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looked like it's gonna be a lot of content coming up for Trump. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like him dancing with the sword and everything. Like, ooh, I should have got that. But like, still, that shit was so funny to see.
I heard Trump is paying $7K to turn an immigrant in. Maria, you gotta go, Maria. Trump
Damn.
looking for you.
No, me no. Sí.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Ain't no
It's an
way.
evil world we live
Ain't
in.
no
January
way.
22nd, 2025. DeSoto County DA announces bounty hunter program for undocumented immigrants. The Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program, House Bill 1484, is aimed at addressing and expediting the deportation of undocumented immigrants in line with the Trump administration's immigration policies. I'm telling y'all, these
I gotta say this. Y'all ready to catch yourselves in some of those aliens? Huh? Y'all ready to catch yourselves some of those aliens? Huh? Y'all coming with me? I'm joking. I'm joking. Get off of me. All right.
next 4 years are going to be interesting.
We only 2 weeks
get
into this
paid,
damn
bro.
thing, and I'm ready to get
out.
out.
No God, God ain't real, okay? If there was a God, there'd be a lightning strike in 3, 2, 1, now.
Crazy. Okay.
Okay, this is very concerning.
I just told you who I thought I was. A god!
Our new president has declared on day one of his presidency that our country will no longer recognize any gender aside from male or female. As a non-binary person who lives in the United States of America, I'm a New Yorker. I live in New York. I'm not going anywhere. I love this city. All right. Okay. So if I'm no longer a human, legally speaking, of course, I might as well have fun. I might as well have fun. If I'm no longer legally a human, what does that make me? Something else? Something scary? Do I scare you? Okay. I might as well be the monster you've made me. But nah, I can't. I'm not a monster. I'm actually full of love. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air, and one thing I do know for sure, one thing I am certain about, is that fun and interesting, weird, crazy-looking makeup brings me a lot of joy. I love doing this. And I know that it brings a lot of other queer people a lot of joy. So how am I?
Okay. No one says you got to stop doing what you like, the makeup and stuff like that. No one said you gotta stop doing anything like that, and no one said you have to stop calling yourself whatever you want to be called. Just understand that legally you ain't what you think you are, type stuff. You know what I mean? It's all what it really is. It's all it really is. Like it doesn't change anything. Like it literally didn't change nothing crazy. Like your friends, you know, and then you can still get upset online about people not calling you your brown house, right? But just understand it's not legal. Legally, you can't force me to do it.
Spending my day, this inauguration
Crazy
day, I am
idea.
going to go commiserate with my fellow queer people at my favorite lesbian bar, ready for the circus.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
I hear this type of stuff a lot, but the issue is they're basing their argument off of the false premise that people don't want them to exist just because people don't want to be forced to go along with their gender delusion. Like, you can still choose to identify as a bird and then jump off of a balcony to try to fly if you want to. I just don't have to cheer you along. It's like they hold you emotionally hostage. They go, if you don't go along with my delusions, then you must hate me as a person. It's like, whoa.
Is Trump right that there's only
1000%. Like I just said, it's like it doesn't change that much. You can literally still be called whatever you want to be called. It's just legally no one's forced to do it, right? Other thing is, again, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't. Your friends, your family, whoever you want to be, whoever you ask to call you it, will call you it, because it's not. Like, they're not forced not to, you type stuff. Like, they're not really forced not to say whatever you want to be called. Like, I can literally still call you a bird, still call you a car, still call you whatever those pronouns you have. I don't know. But, like, I can still call you them. Anybody in the world can still call you them. But the thing is, but that's legally not obligated to do it type stuff.
two genders, and should we just categorically acknowledge that here? Do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's just basic science in my head. I know some people disagree very strongly, but there's a man and a woman. It's as simple as that. Everything else is mental illness.
As simple as that.
Everything else is mental illness.
Trans people have existed for as long as human history.
I'm sure they think they have. Do you know how much we spend on education in this country a year?
I have no idea, actually.
Like hundreds of billions. And yet your kid will come out of school and being like, oh, I don't know how many.
I don't understand why a Republican government that is supposed to keep its nose out of people's, but a small government to keep out of people's bedrooms, now thinks it's going to be so small and nimble that it's going to go inside people's brains.
Okay, so the problem was, Jonathan, the previous government had made all these genders available, which was creating this massive bureaucry.
Why can't you just let people get on with their lives?
Explain to you,
you don't have to agree with it.
Let me explain to you why this is an important stance. Because of this transgender ideology nonsense, you have enabled a space where biological men, regardless of their intentions, have been able to legally and personally come into the spaces of women that we have fought for decades to protect ourselves from. I'm sorry if you think that you're a man, woman, tree, fox, or pizza. You do not get the right to enter a space that is not correspondent with your biological.
Got my gender changed on my driver's license in the free fucking state of Florida. My God, Ron DeSantis would be screaming right now if he knew about this. This little license now says female on it. It doesn't. Oh. I can't show you because then you would know way too much about me, but it says female. This was the last step in changing all of my documents. This was not easy. You're not even supposed to be able to do this in this state. Here's the loophole. Here's the loophole. Listen up. If you're replacing your driver's license, not renewing it, but replacing it because you lost it, they have to take all of your information from what they consider a primary document. A passport is considered a primary document, and you can self-identify on your passport, which means, loophole, you can self-identify on your Florida fucking driver's license. So my passport says female, and I showed it to them, and they made a bunch of copies, and they had a whole fucking team meeting in the back. I shit you not, there were 8 people that were like looking at it, looking at me, looking back, and I swear, I was like, I just felt like I was gonna cry. It's so humiliating sometimes to be in a hostile state. Like, if you live in a hostile state, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how possible it is to do this in every other red state. I don't know the loopholes everywhere else as well as I know them here. Then on the way out of the DMV, a guy rolled down the window of his Ford F-250 and yelled, "Nice dick," at me. So, you know, good things don't last forever, but that license is gonna last 10 years. I am wishing all trans people a positive and easy get your documents in order December. And Ron DeSantis, you can suck my trans dick.
Transgender activist brags about exploiting loophole to change gender on Florida license. State sends letter thanking him for exposing the error before reverting the chain.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Look,
it makes no sense why he did that. Like, you really just did something pretty much illegal, you know, and you just set it out for everybody to see. Like, it's not really the smartest idea, you know. So like, I have nothing to say to that.
I'm all for a legal loophole, but if you find a legal loophole, maybe don't shout it out publicly while insulting the governor of the state. It's like when rappers talk about crimes. Like, if you're gonna commit crimes with no statute of limitations, then maybe not rap about it while also screaming F the police.
When is it gonna go through your head? You're never gonna be fucking shit. You're a fucking loser. Stop spending so much fucking time on your fucking computer and make some fucking money.
He cold.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this as nicely as I physically can, and then I'm going to move on, because I don't know how else to say this, but
I gotta say this. Hey, go to him, bro. Go to him. Show the wrong. Show the wrong. Go to him.
I don't want to live in your world of mental illness anymore. And I don't really think the average Canadian, North American, whoever wants to live in that world either. There's nothing wrong with thinking that secure borders are a good idea. There's nothing wrong with liking Pierre Poilievre. There's nothing wrong with being critical of gender theory. There's nothing wrong or evil about suggesting maybe we don't hand out free drugs to addicts. There's nothing wrong with these common sense opinions and ideas. They don't make you a Nazi white supremacist. They just make you a normal person. And the only reason why anybody hides those opinions is because they're scared of being referred to as a bad, evil person by the mentally ill.
Yep.
I don't want to live in that world. And I know a lot of people don't want to either. We can disagree. Like, if someone says something dumb, I'm going to say something nice and shuffle on, because I don't have time for that. And I don't think anyone else does either.
And in all honesty, the people who genuinely believe this stuff, I can respect, because they just saying what they believe. Now, I don't follow their logic and I think that they're wrong, but I can at least respect it because they believe that what they're saying is true, just like I do. But for the people who just bend the knee because they want a virtue signal or they're afraid to be shamed, grow some balls. And I'm not saying you gotta be full-blown storm the Capitol MAGA, because I'm certainly not. But if you're willing to ignore objective reality because you're afraid of being shamed, grow up.
Up until 2015.
Yeah, I gotta say something about that too. Is like, he's 100% right, especially this being told that you're or an evil person just because you have a thought or like some type of different mindset than someone else is very toxic in a sense. Like, to be honest with you, it's sad. It's sad that like no one can disagree with someone else without being called, you know, some type of slur or some type of name, and like being beaten down just because we have a different type of mindset as someone else, you know. And it's weird that you have to agree, you know, or you're some type of crazy murderer maniac from years ago, you know. So like, it's insane to me. It's insane to me, right? That we have to agree, or we're some type of Nazi maniac, you know. So like, I just don't get how they got that two conclusions to add up. You know, it made no sense how you get these horrible group of people, and then boom, the people that agree on the rights or even a little bit agree to the right are the exact same of these people. You know, it's insane. It's insane how you got there, right? It's very insane. But definitely need some mental help. And because they said that, it's definitely lessening or making it not as bad of these people, you know, because it's like saying the N-word, right? Constantly over and over and over again, right? To this one person. And slowly, it just doesn't matter to that person anymore. Because like slowly it's just like, it becomes just a word. Because he just keeps on saying it, keeps on saying it, keeps on saying it over and over and over and over. And it just slowly becomes just a word. You know? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't make him feel any type of way because it's just the same word over and over again. It's pretty much saying Nazi, over and over again. I can't keep on saying that, you know, YouTube, educational purposes. But like, it's like saying that word over and over again. It slowly kills the power that that word had, and it slowly kills the bad in that word, in a sense, you know. Sorry if I didn't explain that well to y'all, but let's continue.
In all these Western countries, there was this battle for gay rights and gay marriage. Every country, pretty much in the West, passed those laws. What happens with all these nonprofit organizations that were fighting for this? They don't close the doors and say, "We won. Good job, everybody. We achieved our objective." They move on to the next objective. They have to keep donations flowing. They need to keep the doors open and keep everyone employed. And for the left, really, when I say the left, I'm referring to the far left. What they want is perpetual revolution. They don't want a revolution. They want to exist in a constant state of revolution. And they're always looking to introduce the next concept and to normalize that. So when gay rights were won, the new objective for all of these nonprofits, and there are hundreds of millions of dollars we're talking about here pushing this, their new objective became trans rights. And they've been successful in conflating trans rights with gay rights.
And that's why I always push back on the social movements proposed by the left, because they have some economical arguments that I can agree with to some degree, but this social stuff is just a joke. It doesn't matter how much you bend the knee, because these social movements don't have a means to an end. There are people who will be unemployed if there was a means to it. There were people whose entire livelihoods depend on finding these types of issues. That's why it won't end. Think about it. This stuff was being promoted in classrooms. Even though LGBTQ is like 0.01% of the population, they were in almost every Netflix movie. They were in the government. Big brands were coming out and flying the flag. It got to the point where in certain government buildings, the LGBTQ flag was being hung higher than the American flag. I mean, I don't think people understand what that means. But that was still never enough, because it's not a social movement that has a means to an end. Hopefully the left can go back to caring about healthcare, clean food, the banking system, and the growing gap between the rich and the poor. Because these social movements that have popped up and dominated the conversation for the past 8 years are just silly. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L, and give me the HBO special as a Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.
Ooh, I got the numbers. Let's go. 1041. All right, so yeah, I agree. Definitely, all this stuff is just a distraction for all the other big problems that we should be worrying about to go by, and then no one to actually worry or care about them. So definitely, we need to start focusing on the really big problems, because, like, again, a lot of wars and stuff like that was happening during all this stuff that we should have been worried about. A lot of money and stuff was going away and being lost. A lot of people were dying that shouldn't be dying while we was worried about all this other stuff. So this stuff was just meaningless. Should never happened, to be honest with you. No one, like I said, like, again, it doesn't change. This bill doesn't really change anything besides your birth will tell you what gender you are, pretty much is what it is, but you can still tell other people to call you what you want to be called, type stuff, you know. So that's really is. So it doesn't really change that much, but I appreciate it. Because, like, to be honest, yeah, it was going too crazy. They needed to stop something. Other than that, though, much love to all y'all. I appreciate y'all watching this with me. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the post notice where you know each time I post a video, each time I go live. Other than that, video will be linked in the description down below. God bless you. Peace out.